Ba-ba-ba.
This meeting is being recorded.
Apparently it's being recorded. Right. So this morning, the beginning of another week, um, so we've got an extra bit to add to our flow. I'm going to teach you some new stuff, and we'll incorporate some old stuff. So we're going to start off. Let's start off with shin box. Actually, let's go shin box with the legs. So whichever side, I'm going to go with left leg forward, right leg is the back leg, foot cupping the opposite knee. And I'm going to just bring my elbow down to the side. So, just make a massive circle with the shoulder to start with. So, or the arm, I should say. So whichever arm is free, I'm going to start up towards the ear and then opening the chest all the way out at the back. So a big, big circle. Same again, as big as you can go, letting the body move as well as the arm. One last time, sweep it up and around. And you're going to take that arm, thread the needle, so it's going to go through the gap, but it's going to go palm down on the floor. So thread through, palm down, reach as far as you can, and then I'm leaning away from those reaching fingers. So I'm leaning towards you in this case. Stretch down the back of the shoulder. Breathe, etc. And then release, and we'll switch sides. So switch your shin box. Bring the elbow down to the floor or the mat, wherever you are. And same again, the top arm or the free arm, and make a big circle, opening the chest, out to the back, all the way around to the hip. And again, as big a circle as you can make. One last time, sweep it up and around. And then thread the needle, palm down, so palm on the floor, reach as far as you can to walk the fingers a little bit further, and then lean away from the reaching fingers. And release. And you're going to come back up to your shin box. Use the hands at the back, so just kickstand with the hands. I'm going to practice just going from side to side. So just work out whether you can get your shin box to go from side to side. So foot to knee. And then once we've kind of got that movement where we've got the right position of the legs, I'm going to try and do it without hands to start with. So you might need a little bit of a kickstand. That's okay. I might this morning, but otherwise we're going to try very hard to switch legs. I shouldn't have done this on the mat. I'm sticking to the mat. I'm going to use the kickstand just because I'm sticking. And then switch your sides. I'm trying to stay as upright as possible. The more upright you are, the more you're going to get into that. It's almost like this position here is almost like the bottom of a squat. So switch your sides to side, moving about on my mats as well. And then choose a side, whichever side. So whichever side is your front leg. In this case, I've landed on my left. I'm going to turn around because as I was doing that, I was moving away from you. So whichever side is the front one, as it were, bring the arms out. So in this case, it's my left. I'm going to pull the arm back like I'm pulling a bow and arrow. So I'm reaching forward with the front arm, and I'm going to open at the back and try and rotate that little bit further. Arms reaching as far apart as possible. And then release and just close that back down. So like you're drawing a bow and arrow, I'm going to slide the free hand along my arm across my chest, out to the back, open the arm up, reach as wide as possible, and then close it back down. I'm going to do one more. So slide, reach you forward with the forward hand, back with the back hand, that little bit of rotation or as much rotation as you can, and then close that back off. We're going to switch sides. However you want to get there is absolutely fine. Same thing here. Reach the arms forward. You're rotating in the direction of the front leg. Slide the hand across the chest, out, reach forward with the front hand, back with the back hand, and marvel at how different one side feels to the other. Sounds like minging. This is horrible. And then close that back off. Same again. Rotate as much as you can and close. You've got one more to do. Slide like drawing a bow and arrow. Open and twist, and then close it back down. And then from there, we're coming into our frog unload. So widen hips with the knees, big toes pointing together. Stick your bum back to your heels. Walk the arms away, or the hands away, and sink the chest down. Ears between your shoulders. So just like our usual beast unload, except we've got our knees down. You're curling the chin to the chest, rounding the spine forward. Take it nice and steady. Let the feet come up. Let the hips come down. Make sure your glutes are squeezing, soles of the feet squeezing together. And then the last thing is to lift the chest and the chin. And then we're going to reverse, take that back, chin to chest, push the floor away. So you're trying to open your shoulder blades as much as possible. Round it back, the feet will come down automatically. You're back to where you started. We go again. Rounding the spine forward, let the feet come up when they can or when they want to. And let the hips come down, make sure the glutes are on, chest lifted, squeezing the soles of the feet together, pulling them towards your hips. And then rounding the spine to go back. Make sure you push the floor away. Feet will come down, armpits sink towards the floor. One last time. Pull the floor under you. Lift the feet. Squeeze the glutes, lower the hips. Lifting the chest, lifting the gaze. Squeezing the soles of the feet together. And then round it back. Sink the armpits down. And then release out of that. Just come to kneeling wherever. We're just going to do some wrist stuff. Just bring your hands down onto the floor to start with. Fingertips pointing forward, nice and wide through the thumbs. And we're going to rock forward over our wrists, or wrists over hands. So I'm trying to take my shoulders past my wrist line. So just building some flexibility in the wrists. Take it as far forward as you can comfortably. No pain. And then turn the hands out to the side. Same again, try and keep the fingers as wide as possible. The closer the hands are together, I won't say it's harder, but well, yeah, it is. Feels more of a stretch. Your choice. And I'm just gently rocking from side to side. And then the usual, going to turn so the fingertips are pointing back towards the knees. Might not be all the way, and that's okay. Make sure the thumbs are staying nice and wide. They'll want to creep in. And then a gentle rock backwards and forwards there. Nice and gentle, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Just see if you can, it's almost a case of just being conscious of the fact that you might hold tension in the neck as you're stretching out the wrists. And just make sure your neck's nice and free, you're not clenching your jaw, all those kind of things. And release out of that. And then very gently, I'm going to turn the hands upside down, as it were. Same thing here, wider is easier. So draw in until you can find a spot where you feel some stretch, I suppose is the word, but you're not overworking on the wrists. And then we're going to try and make a fist and release. Make a fist and release. It's a pathetic fist, I'm fully aware of that. It's like, why can I not make a fist? What's going on? Especially the thumb. My thumb, I can't even bend my thumb into how much tension I've got in my hands. Too much typing over a long period of time. Let's go one last time. And then up you come, give them a shake. Oh. Right then. Some exciting new stuff today. You're going to hate me with a passion. You might not. You will. You'll hate me with a passion. So usual thing, if you don't need your mat, or if you don't want your mat, or if you can clear your mat, by all means do, depending what flooring you're on. All right, so let's just come into those activations that we do. We'll do beast first. Let's just get it out of the way. So set beast, just make sure that your knees are under that belly button level. So the way I do it these days is I kind of look at the heel of my hand and my knee, and that space there, I know, it's about 8 inches for me. So if I turn slightly sideways on, you'll see how sort of small this space is, as opposed to all fours, which would be there. And so it's nearly, I don't know, like 2 feet nearly, or 18 inches. So my beast position is pretty much half that. Yeah, so the sort of more compact your beast position is, the easier it's going to be to make the movements or to get into the right place for the movements. So from there, let's activate beast. Push the floor away, shoulder blades nice and wide on your back. Lift the knees an inch off the floor, and we hold 3, 2, 1. Now lift the right foot just high enough for a piece of paper to slide underneath. 3, 2, 1. We go left foot. 3, 2, 1. I am going to touch you this morning. Let's try for an arm. So lift right hand. 3, 2, 1. Left hand. 3, 2, 1. Whichever side, opposite hand, opposite foot. Your choice. I'm going to go right hand, left foot. 3, 2, 1. And then the one that I find really hard is left hand, right foot. 3, 2, 1. And then you can collapse in a heap and give your wrists a shake if you need to. You'll know you've got that right, because it's quite possibly the hardest thing you'll have ever done in your life. It's for me anyway. So we're going to play with some traveling stuff today. So I've been been heading down this road for a while, or wanting to get you to this point for a while, because it's cross body patterning, so it's really useful for you running from a stability point of view. So it's opposite hand, opposite foot. It's essentially all you're doing is crawling, but you're crawling in a beast position. So if you found that quite difficult, this is even harder, but you're actually moving. So I'm coming towards you guys. You want opposite foot, opposite hand, and you want them to move at the same time. And the trick with it is trying to keep your knees low. They'll want to lift up, and keeping space between your knees as well. All right. So give it a bash. The slower you move, the better. You could whiz through this, but speed hides knees. So the slower the movement, the better. You're going to go forward, maybe 3 or 4 steps, depends how much room you've got. Put your knees down, reset, and then we'll go backwards. So I'll do 3 or 4 steps with you, and then we'll reset and we'll go backwards. So when you're ready, set beast, hover the knees. So this is a forward traveling beast. Choose your side, take 1 step, opposite hand, opposite knee, and then same again on the other side, and so on and so forth, trying to keep everything else stable. And then when you're ready, put your knees down, reset your beast. So sometimes going backwards is easier for some people, might be you, hopefully. So same thing, hover the knees, small steps, keeping the knees low. And then rest your knees down when you're done. How did we do? Let's do it again. We'll go forward and back. There is a side to side one. We might get to that one tomorrow, but let's just stick with this for now. What was I going to say to you? There was something I was just going to say. Doesn't matter. It might come back to me. Same thing. So when you're ready, set beast, hover the knees. Teeny tiny step. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Don't reach too far with the arm. So what I tend to see is this. And once you've reached massively far with the arm, then the whole thing goes to pot. So you want to try and reach the same distance with the foot and the hand. So you keep the same beast position. It sounds kind of obvious, but it's easier said than done. All right, so same thing, hover the knees, off we go. Teeny tiny step. When you're ready, put the knees down, reset your beast, hover the knees, step back. And when you've run out of room or done as much as you really want to, come off your wrists and give them a shake. Looks quite easy, the crawling, but it's not. It's kind of hard work. How we're doing for time. Right, so under switch. We've got a new one for you. It's called an under switch tap. And all that means is that instead, so we know that an under switch takes us from, in this case, crab to beast, right? So we know an under switch takes us to here, and an under switch would bring us back. An under switch tap is just that. Going to do the under switch, going to tap the hand and foot down, and then come back again. So you're never putting the whole of your body weight down on the hand or the foot. I don't know, about 10%, right? Doesn't really matter, but you want them to touch. So it's going to look something like this. Same as usual. Hand and foot, lift, press on the gas. We do the pivot and we touch the hand and foot down, but we come straight back again. Yeah. So that's what it's going to look like when we do the full thing. This is all about control. It's all about your ability to stabilize through your shoulder and your core. So we're going to do a half version. We're going to practice that as a drill. So set your crab. We're going to do left leg under switch tap, but we're only going to go halfway. So lift your left foot up and your right hand. Press on the gas, lift the heel of the right foot. You're going to pivot halfway. And that just means you've almost got your chest towards the floor. The hands almost reach into the floor. And then you're going to come back again and put the hand and foot down. So same again, hand and foot lift. Press on the gas, pivot halfway, and then come back again. Without falling over. I nearly face planted then, trying to watch you guys. Let's try the other side. So same thing on the other side. Right foot, left hand lifts, press on the gas. We go halfway, hover, and then bring it back. Reset your crab. Same thing. Right hand, left hand, right foot. Apologies. Press on the gas, pivot halfway, and then bring it back. Put the hand down. And if that feels like a bit of a mind boggler, it should do. It's very hard to bring it back. It gets harder to bring it back once you've kind of put the hand, once you've tapped the hand and foot, because your body just wants to put its whole weight down. So we'll give it a bash. Not worry too much what it looks like. Is anybody else could see Andrea doing like break dancing? It's just on my screen, is it? So Andrea's screen is flashing. She switched it off now. She's come. You're doing these. You just look like you're doing this. Right. So set crab. Let's go left leg under switch tap. So all you're going to do is you're going to come to beast. You're going to come straight back out of it. That's all. So left leg, right hand, pivot, touch, come straight back. We'll do the same thing, left side. So left leg under switch tap, lift, push on the gas, tap, bring it back. Let's try the other side. So right foot, left hand, so right leg under switch tap, touch, bring it home. One more, right leg under switch tap, touch, bring it back. Well done. And have a moment, a brief reprieve. While I see what I had in store for you today. Oh, yes. Right, so we've been in our flow doing a slide to. So from loaded beast, we've been doing a slide to whichever side kick through. This is a slide to an under switch. Right, so the only difference is the same thing. So for left leg, if I'm going to do a slide to left leg under switch, I want to make sure that my left leg is off the floor. So slide to, hop the right foot, left leg under switch, will bring us to a crab position. Technically, it's a little bit easier than the side kick through, but it's just different to what you're used to. So let's have a bash at that. We'll go side to side. Remember, if I call a left leg under switch, you know that that foot needs to be off the floor, all right? So you're hopping on the opposite foot. So just think, if I say left leg under switch, you know your left foot is off the floor. So we'll start there. So set loaded beast, slide to left leg under switch. Hop the right foot, under switch into your crab position. Left leg under switch will take you back to loaded beast. So left leg under switch to loaded beast. And then we'll go slide to right leg under switch. So you want your right leg off the floor, hop with the left, right leg under switch will take you to crab. Then go right leg under switch, back to loaded beast. Slide to left leg under switch. Left leg under switch, loaded beast. Slide to right leg under switch. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Slide to left leg under switch. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Slide to right leg under switch. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. That's your last one. Well done. Slide twos makes your brain explode. What else? So I've written the next bit. So if we, out of that flow that we did last week, we finished off, we're finishing crab. So the next bit, we've got an under switch tap into a side kick through. So we're going to start in crab. I'm going to bring this out just because it's a new bit. I'm going to start in crab. So a right leg under switch tap to start with. We've just done it. Yeah, so you're going to finish up back here to start with. Right leg under switch tap. Tap. Return. Do one more on the left. Left leg under switch tap. Touch the floor. Come back to crab. Without falling on your bum. All right, so instead of coming all the way back, I'm just throwing a spanner in the works now. You're going to tap and then you're going to go straight into a side kick through. You're like, oh my God, things just got complicated. Oh my God. So if I do, I'm going to do a left leg one. So left leg under switch tap. I'm going to go into the tap, touch, and then straight into a left leg side kick through. The under switches are what start your side kick through anyway. So instead of coming all the way back to crab, just go straight into a side kick through. Doesn't look that exciting. It's actually a little bit tricky because parts are moving. So the hardest part is to try and get this foot still pointing in the direction you want to travel or the direction you want to kick. So let's give it a go. Might as well give it a bash. So let's set crab. So if we go left leg under switch tap into left leg side kick through. So left leg under switch tap, you're going to left, goes under, tap, come back, and take it straight into your side kick through. That's it. And then you can bend the leg in and you come back to your crab position. So right leg under switch tap. So again, right foot up, left hand up, pivot over, tap, and go straight into a right leg side kick through. You can bend that leg in and you come back to a crab position. We'll have a bash on the other side, left leg under switch, tap into left leg side kick through. Tap, straight into your side kick through. Bend the leg back in for your crab. Same on the other side. Right leg under switch. Tap. Into right leg, side kick through. Yeah. Let's just do a couple of side kick throughs. Just to set that in our brains. Because the thing I noticed with this is because we're coming from crab and we're doing the tap, you start to lose this kind of tight beast position. So you want to be kind of, you want to make sure that you've got that 8 inches. Let's go side kick through here. So if I'm doing a left leg side kick through, the left leg comes under like I'm starting the under switch. I'll look for my toes coming together, drop the heel, kick the leg. You want to add the arm in, you can just cross it across your chest. Won't need to do the twiddly bits. That leg bends back in, lift the heel, pivot back through to beast. Let's go on the other side. Right leg, side kick through, start your under switch, big toes come together, drop the heel, kick the leg. Again, if you want to add the elbow, you can, or just cross the arm over the chest. Bend the knee back in, big toes come back together, lift the heel, and you pivot back. So now when we come from crab, and you come back through this position, make sure you've got this tight position. And the reason why I'm banging on about it is because even I was struggling to try and get there as well, right? So let's start in crab again. Nice proud crab. So let's go left leg under switch tap. Start there, tap. Now instead of coming back to crab, go straight into your side kick through. Come back to crab. I'm going to turn this way, see if it helps. So if I'm doing right leg under switch, tap, it's just beast. You know, you could stop there, balance everything up, and then go right leg under switch. Sorry, right leg side kick through. Right, so the only difference is I'm not putting all my body weight down. I'm just tapping lightly. That's what makes it harder. But if you still need to put all your body weight down in that beast position, that's okay. You know, put as much body weight down as you need to get your brain organized to do the side kick through. But it's the same leg. So let's give it a bash. Let's go right leg, under switch tap to right leg side kick through. Tap, or put all your weight down, and then right leg side kick through. Reset your crab. Left leg under switch tap. Tap or organize. Left leg side kick through. And you're back to your crab. How are we doing? It's the joy of learning something new, isn't it? Are we going to call Monday? We need to call Monday something. We've got flow day for Friday. We'll start learning stuff new on a Monday. How about Mindfuck Monday? Like, oh, my head's about to explode. Mine is. I was writing this morning at 5:30. All right, so that's your under switch tap into a right leg side kick through. Your right leg under switch loaded beast. So we're going to do, you know, the front step through, giving you a little bit of a break. We're going to do front step through, and I'm just going to teach you, it's called pop back loaded beast. So at the minute we've been stepping back. This is just, again, it's just that way of adding a little bit of momentum. So let's set loaded beast, and we'll do right leg front step. I'm going to come towards you guys. So from your loaded beast, big giant step forward, right leg front step, fling it forward, pull the hand back, or elbow pulling back, forearm to ribs. And then we're going to do the step through. So the hand or the elbow has to come in front, out the way. So it comes into this guard position. So you could drag the leg through and then put your bum down on the floor. Have a moment. Right, so from here, what we would usually do is we would drag that leg all the way back. We step back and then step back with the other leg. So you pop back is just a quicker kind of, it's a quicker movement. It's a jumping movement again, right? So from here, I'm going to pop back. So as I lift, and the leg comes through, I'm going to swap my hand and my foot and jump back. It looks kind of tricky. It's not. You just can't overthink it, really. I find it a little bit easier to get back than doing that giant step, but you're still welcome to do the step if it's like one step too far, as it were. So let's just give it a bash and see how we get on. So set loaded beast, we'll do right leg first. So right leg front step, big step, elbow pulling back. Elbow comes in front, so you can kick the leg through, hop back to loaded beast. So you've still got this same bend the leg in, push the floor away. As the leg comes through, hop your legs back. And we'll do the same on the other side. So left leg front step, big step, hand pulling back. Elbow comes in front, so you could kick through. Hop back to loaded beast. Push the floor away, hop the legs back, and rest. Like too much new stuff, Yeah, we're adding on to all the old stuff. So as we progress through this week, it will get a little bit easier. So that's your front step, pop back to loaded beast. After that, we've got a slide to right leg under switch, which will take us back to crab. And that's the extra bit. That's all there is. So it's not a huge amount. So we'll go through it, but let's just do this last bit. So we've done our pop back to loaded beast. Then we're going to do a slide to right leg under switch, which is where we started at the beginning of the session. So if we're in loaded beast and you want to slide to a right leg under switch, your left foot is what hops forward because your right foot needs to be free. Yeah, it needs to travel under. So set loaded beast, slide to right leg under switch. So hop the left leg and then under with the right leg will take you back to crab. Yeah. So let's do it all the way through. I say that, there's not an awful lot to it. So we set crab with a right leg under switch into a right leg side kick through. So that's the hardest part, I think. So set crab, right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Under switch, hand and foot come down, go back the way you came, side kick through. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. So you under switch the same, come back through beast and then organize your arms away. Right leg front step, big step. Elbow pulling back, through, elbow comes forward, kick the leg through, hop back to loaded beast. Or step, slide to right leg under switch, which will return you to crab. So your under switches always take you either to beast or crab. Yeah. And then we've got the left side to do. Yay! Always a joy having two sides to a body, isn't it? So left leg, under switch tap, to left leg side kick through. So we set crab. Left leg under switch will take you to beast. Now either put your body weight down and just organize your brain, or the tap, and then left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. So you're just tucking that leg back in, pivoting back under, and organizing into your loaded beast, hips back. Left leg front step, massive giant step forward, through. Hop back to loaded beast. Slide to left leg under switch. So you're hopping on the right foot, the left leg goes under, and you're back in your crab position. How are we doing? I could tell by the pause in people's bodies, like, Nick, you just landed there in crab, and then you just stayed there, and I had visions of your face being like, not sure what I've just done there, but I'm pretty, well. Right, we'll run through it again, and then we'll add on a little bit more. So, I don't know why I'm getting up, so we need to start in crab. Ready? Right leg under switch tap into right leg side kick through. Right leg goes under. Tap the hand and foot down. Into right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. So start the under switch. And then either walk the hands forward or the feet back. Right leg front step. Big step. Through. Left leg travels through. Hop back or step back to loaded beast. Slide to right leg under switch, which will take you to your crab. So hop on the left leg, under switch, will take you back to crab. Let's do the other side. Left leg under switch tap to left leg side kick through. So start again, left leg comes under. We tap back the way you came, but into a side kick through. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. So under switch back the way you came, organize into your loaded beast. Left leg front step, big step through. Hop or step back to loaded beast. Slide to left leg under switch. Right leg hops, left leg goes under, and you're back in your crab. Ooh. Very good, well done. All right. So we've done both sides there. Let's take it from the middle of the flow that we finished last week. So the middle is a slide to a left leg side kick through. And this will probably be quite hard because your brain's going, I've just done that bit. I don't want to go backwards. But it's got to be done. So we're going to start off in loaded beast. We come into a left leg side kick through, jump to right leg side kick through, right leg jumping under switch to right arm crab reach, return to crab. And then we go into the new stuff. You're like, I can't remember that from Friday. Did we do that on Friday? We did. So we're going to start off in loaded beast. I'm going to stop waffling at you. So we'll slide into a left leg side kick through. Left foot off the floor means you hop on the right. So slide to left leg side kick through. Hop the right foot forward. Left leg side kick through. Jump to a right leg side kick through. So all you're doing from there is bending back, switching the feet in the middle, and right leg side kick through. So right leg jumping under switch will take you over to crab. So same again, you start the under switch, you switch the legs in the middle, you come all the way over to crab. We've got our right arm crab reach there. So make sure your knees are nice and wide so that you've got room to lift the hips, and then add in the arm reach and the rotation. Return to crab. So you put the hand down. So we're back in our crab, and then we've got the new stuff. All right, so it's a right leg under switch tap to right leg side kick through. Right leg travels under, tap the hand and foot or put them down. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Organize the arms and legs. Right leg front step through. Hop back to loaded beast. Right leg slide to, sorry, right leg under switch will take you to crab. So slide to, left foot hops, right leg under switch takes you to crab. And you're back to square one. How are we doing? We've got time to do the other side, just about, I think. So set loaded beast, and we go a slide to a right leg side kick through, jump to left leg side kick through, left arm crab reach, and then the new stuff. So let's go loaded beast. Slide to right leg side kick through. So you want your left foot to hop forward. Your right leg goes under into your side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Switch legs in the middle. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch. Sorry, that's my fault. I've got it all to cock. I'm doing the new one instead of the old one. Try it again. Apologies, chaps. Set loaded beast. Slide to right leg side kick through. Hop the left foot forward. Right leg side kick through. Jump to left leg side kick through. Switch feet in the middle. left leg side kick through. Left leg jumping under switch will take you into crab. So jump again in the middle, in other words, switch feet. Continue into crab, and this time it's a left arm crab reach. Lift the hips, reach the arm. Return to crab, so make sure you put the hand down, and then you've got a left leg under switch tap to left leg side kick through. So left leg travels under, tap the hand and foot, left leg side kick through, left leg under switch to loaded beast, left leg front step, through, pop or step back to loaded beast, slide to a left leg under switch, which will take you back to crab. So hop on the right foot, left leg goes under, and you're back to your crab position, and then rest the hips down. And that sees us about right, really. Only because I can't breathe. Let's do a quick pretzel while we're here. Top knee, bottom ankle, pull the bottom leg back, running position, and then opening the chest to the side, to the ceiling. Breathe. And then slowly unravel yourself. And we'll do the other side. Top knee, bottom ankle, leg pulling back. Remember that slight tuck of the tailbone. Controlling the breathing as best you can. And then gently unravel. I'm scooting towards you so you could tell me how dreadful that was. What did you do? Oh, falling off my blocks.
Definitely harder. Like that
What
last,
made it harder?
I don't know whether, because I've not long joined you for the 45 minutes, whereas I suppose I don't know whether Nick and Claire have been doing it, you know, from the beginning of this sort of section.
Done as much as you. Done as much as you.
But I just find the last sort of 5 minutes I'm like really sloppy, so it's just something for me to work on, really.
Okay, yeah. So you mean
but it's
hard
good.
as in hard on your body, as opposed to okay, complicated hard. Good. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, if it's any consolation, because I do an hour with my teacher, and the last sort of 20 minutes I'm just almost in tears.
Yeah, I bet. Bloody hell.
I'm almost in tears. Yeah, it's hard work to keep going for a period of time. It's why I spend a lot of time kind of waffling, and I always feel a little bit bad that I kind of sit there and I talk at you, and then I think, well, you probably need it.
Yeah.
Because if I just kept you going for the 45 minutes, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't come back, right? You'd be broken. You certainly wouldn't be going out for a run at any point during the day because you'd just be knackered. So yeah.
It's definitely a step up. Really.
Yeah, it is. Well, the only step up really is the fact that I've started adding in those more dynamic movements. You know, you've done the basic movement. It's just when we add in the jumpy bits in the middle and the swapping of the legs, it's complicated for your brain, absolutely, but it's also more draining for your body. It's much harder work. It's like going from walking down the street to hopping down the street or jumping down the street. You know how you'd feel. That's the equivalent, really. So that's why it is, like I say, it's complicated as well for your brain, but it's definitely a lot harder on the body. But that's where you're going to develop your power from, you know. You need that springiness. I know this is aimed at runners. It's not just aimed at runners, though. In general life, women, as certainly as we get past a certain point, which I think pretty much we're all getting past that point, we start to lose that power and that ability to kind of be springy. So if you are running or doing any kind of exercise, really, or just wanting to get through life for the rest of it without collapsing in a heap, then you want to maintain that power basis. So that's why I'm adding it in. I'm not doing it to torture you on purpose. You've just got to stick with it. You've got to
Yeah.
stick with it and go, all right, it'll get better. It will. It will get better, I promise. Any more comments? Anybody want to give me a virtual slap? Feel free. I'm right here. You know, Nick?
I think for me today, and I don't know whether it's because I panic about adding new things, but some of the basics I seem to have lost. So I was really concentrating on how planted your foot stays. And I notice I lift my heel a lot.
Do you lift your heel in things like the crab reach and the
No.
step throughs?
Steps through, I notice your foot stayed planted, and I'm doing this all, yeah, does that make sense? And I'm
It
like,
does.
going back, I'm like, how does she keep her foot? I'm doing a little cheeky, I think I'm cheating at little cheats.
And that's okay. The reason why your foot's coming off or your heel's coming up is just because you're not wide enough and long enough. You just need the bigger window to get through. So if you don't have a big enough window, so if I do a little window, so I'm also not far enough forward and I'm not wide enough, the only way I can get through is to lift that heel up.
Okay.
You can see that, yeah? Whereas if I'm wide and long, I've got all that space
Yeah.
to move, and you can see how much easier it is.
Mm.
So it is a case of flinging that leg forward and getting it into the right position. And if you can't get it far enough forward as you step, the cheat is to kind of just go and wiggle it out.
Yeah, good, thank you.
That's all right. Claire, how did you get on?
It was certainly a lot more confusing today. Work out from
You
my
know,
brain before work.
Absolutely. Do you know what? I do think the fact that we've had 2 days off and it's Monday, you know, I think those things matter. I think tomorrow you'll probably find it a bit easier. I hope. I've got a new girl joining tomorrow, bless her. I don't know what's going to happen to her brain. I think we might actually see it explode live on screen. So it's got to be very nice to the new girl. Right, okay. Andrea, conscious that
Yeah.
we're going to have a chat about your hamstring, so you stay on. Claire, Nicola, can you bugger off?
Yeah.
Bye,
See
guys.
you tomorrow, chaps. See you later. Right, Andrea, I think I'm still recording. Let me stop the recording. Don't need this record.